Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now let's talk concussion. These two guys, are the epitome of concussion. It's hard to find two guys that hit harder than these guys that we're gonna talk about here. Now don't even start complaining about you can't see me or none of that stuff. It's a wonderful day out there, and hey, it's good for y'all if y'all can't see me. Most of y'all know how ugly I am anyway. So hey, good for your eyes, right? We're gonna, we doing that. We're a team up in here, right? So check it out. Let's talk some Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Two fighters that I think need each other now more than ever. Both of them. And this is one of the biggest rivals in boxing. When you're talking about the fan bases of both of them not really liking each other, really just basically just to have a difference of opinion, right? We've been through a lot together, and it's just a difference of opinion when it comes to these two guys. We can't really agree on anything, right? It's really that it's incredible how we just don't agree on anything. If you rolling with one, is you very rarely find somebody who rolls with both of these fighters, right? And both of them knock out people. So normally you would meet, but because of the fact we've all been through the negotiations between these fighters and the fact that they didn't fight each other, and we have a different opinion, right? Now, I will make sure that you understand one thing. I'm one of the rollers with Deontay Wilder. I roll with Deontay Wilder. I'm not an Anthony Joshua fan, never have been, right? That don't mean that we just gonna be against the guy totally. If there's something that the guy does awesome, he's gonna go get credit for it. Period. But when it comes to me personally, I was on the side of, damn, dude, it's obvious you ain't trying to fight Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And I was against the ones who were saying, this guy is so, he's floating above the others. He doesn't have to fight a guy. The guy's not worthy. Those typical things you would hear. And the anti-Joshua fans is with Deontay Wilder didn't want it. He had $100 million deal, you know, and he could have took it then. Anthony Joshua ain't got to do nothing. Deontay Wilder can only get a few million, and Anthony Joshua should get a lot more because he's a 3-belt champion, and Deontay Wilder only got the 1 belt. So it was going back and forth. I can get into it going back for both. I know the arguments from one side and the arguments from the other. Who cares? What we've both done, both sides can agree on this. We messed it up. The fight never happened. And we messed up a fight. We were all deprived of a fight with both of our fighters that we liked were undefeated. And it would have been the biggest fight, one of the biggest in heavyweight history. I don't want to go biggest fight, the most significant, because there was some more significant fights than that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, at the time, we were hyped, right? Neither one of these guys are top 10 all time. And some of them ain't going to be top 20 all time. You know what I mean? It is what it is. When you're talking about the boxing history and stuff, people won't have neither one of these guys in the top 20. But at the time, they were our two best. They were both hyped. And we were, we wanted them to fight. So, that is what it is, right? And right now, though, they're both in the twilight of their career. I think Deontay Wilder's a little bit further in the twilight. He's older. He's about 5 years older. So, and they've both come off a whole lot of losses. It's about, how many losses is between these guys? About 8 losses between these guys? Just think about it. 4 or 5 years ago, they were both undefeated. Now it's about 8 losses between both of them, and both of these fighters, neither one of them think from the top 10 fighters right now, heavyweight fighters, both of them, nobody would have them beaten more than 2 of the top 10. Because the bottom of the top 10 is Ife Yagba, Martin Bakole, Filip Herkovich. The only one that, I think both of them would, they say both of them will beat is Fabio Wardley. Because we saw Wardley get beat by Justice Hunis. Right? And I don't appreciate that fight. You get your ass handed to you the whole fight and knock the dude down, and we don't give this guy enough time to get up. If he'd have got a Tyson Fury count, he gets up, weathers the storm, and wins that fight running away. That one irks me a whole lot, because you were not even, it showed leagues. Justice Hunis was leagues better than the guy, than Fabio Wardley. You was not even in the fight. You just got outboxed ridiculously. So I don't like that. But don't leave me. I ain't even talking about that. That just irks me that bad that I just got off track, right? Because nobody's talking about Justice Hune, right? He's somewhere, and everybody's not forgetting that he just a top 10 boxer. He outclassed, and he's somewhere, and nobody's talking about him. I don't like that. It just irks me. Just similar to Aggie Cabial. Aggie Cabial has done so much stuff right in front of everybody's face, and we talking about everybody else, you know? And they look similar to Quiet as Kept. Them two dudes are way better than what people giving them credit for. Hunis and Aggie Cabial, top 5, is my opinion. Wardley, get the hell up out of here. You know, it's not even really, man. You don't get beat by that, oh, I throw a right hand and I throw one and land something. And okay, I knocked the heavyweight down. That dude was able to continue. He would have continued, put his hands up, got beat up the rest of the round, came out the next round and continued to whoop this dude's ass. Matter of fact, it wasn't even no next round. It's the end of the damn... Man, really, don't get me upset. Anyway, let's get back to our guys. Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua need each other more than ever, right? Let's get back to the point. If y'all still here, because it's been about 6 minutes already. Check this out. Anthony Joshua, as of right now, coming off a loss, a devastating loss, right? Got beat up by Daniel Dubois, and has lost, several fights. And like I just said, ain't nobody think Anthony Joshua could beat more than 2 or 3 people from the top 10 right now, right? So let me just show you how bad it's gotten. Anthony Joshua was in serious talks, according to his manager and promoter, Eddie Hearn, with Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Now, actually, first of all, Jake Paul weighs less than him and is a novice still. You're not supposed to be talking about a fighter that we consider to be the top 5 heavyweight right now. It's not like Anthony Joshua's been retired 5 years and he's 45 years old, 50 years old. No. In his prime, right, just lost a few fights. In his prime, in negotiations, serious negotiations with Jake Paul. And ain't nobody worried about Jake Paul's well-being. They were more worried about Manny Pacquiao's well-being against a smaller Terrence Crawford than they are against Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. That speaks volumes. Now, Eddie Hearn is saying AJ is going to just demolish him, but he's thinking about the fight because it's a lot of money, right? But ridiculous. Floyd Mayweather was retired, and people were outraged that he was going to fight Conor McGregor. Damn near retired, or the last fight came out of retirement to fight him. Now, they were outraged, but I remember Bob Arum was outraged but was offering Manny Pacquiao. Oscar De La Hoya was outraged but was offering Canelo Alvarez. So, that's just a little bit of people, just something on the side, show you how hypocritical people are. They go to the media outraged but still negotiating themselves, trying to get Conor McGregor fights for fighters who still fighting, like Manny Pacquiao and Canelo Alvarez. That's just something, just show you how the boxing industry is. But anyway, that is just something that's ridiculous with Anthony Joshua, right? That he's negotiating for that fight. The only fight Anthony Joshua I think really wants is the Tyson Fury fight, because I've told you guys for 6, 7 years now, no matter what nobody else tells me, Anthony Joshua fancies the fight with Tyson Fury. His energy for fighting Tyson Fury is totally different of that of the Deontay Wilder fight. Totally different. He goes in the offensive. Against Deontay Wilder was never no offense. I've never seen Anthony Joshua, bring your ass here. I want to get you right now. I'm coming to your crib to get you. I just never seen that. And I saw that with Deontay Wilder versus him. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm trying to say as a fight fan. You saw a different energy. When it comes to Tyson Fury, I feel Anthony Joshua fancies that. Anthony Joshua feels he can beat Tyson Fury, and always has. It's not now, years ago. It's a different energy. But that's the fight he wants. That's probably not going to happen, so who does he fight? So it might be Jake Paul. I think that's damn near embarrassing. But whatever. Now let's go to Deontay Wilder. Let's get on him. Deontay Wilder, right? Fought Herndon's coming back. Ain't been looking good. Got knocked the hell out by Sheila Shane, right? Got exposed, if some people want to say. I hate that word. But you couldn't land that right hand on damn my boy, Joseph Parker. We roll with Joe here, right? Just as much as we roll with Deontay Wilder. We roll with some Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker made him miss That was no accident. The whole time with the right hand made him reluctant to throw it and beat him in that fight, right? And then we got the two Tyson Fury losses, which one of them I don't count because I feel he was cheated. But still, on his record, his losses. So in those, that's recently. Now he came in between, knocked the hell out of Robert Helenius, looking like the Deontay Wilder of old, just putting that on the highlight reel with the Dominic Brazils of the world, the Sergei Lyakovic's of the world, the Arthur Spilkas of the world, the Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz's of the world, the Gerald Washingtons of the world, and all that. That highlight reel stuff. Romain Stavern and them, right? Put him over there, but still, you haven't looked good recently. Not even in the Herndon fight, winning. So he's not looking good either, right? Nobody thinks Deontay Wilder gonna beat everybody. Now, here's something that's gonna came out. Jarrell Miller, the 300-pound dude. Jarrell Miller then came out and called him a female body part or a cat, right? Whatever you want to say with the P word. Gave him the P word. Say he didn't want to fight me. He was offered to fight and he didn't want to fight. And check it out now. Even on the Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford undercard, one of the biggest fights we've seen in the last 10 years, you could be on that undercard. Man, I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, but I want him to take that fight. Want him, like, man, how the hell, when people find that out, they're going to be like, because that's the best thing if you want to go from that fight, from that, profile to something big the next fight. If you want to get in a big fight, you got to take that fight, right? So that's what I'm thinking. But Doma ain't dumb. And neither are you guys, the Doma Dynamites. You guys know damn well that's been with Deontay Wilder. You know what this is about. Now, I ain't talking to Deontay Wilder, but we get a lot of things right here. Things that I say like racism trumps everything else. When I say stuff like that, and then you guys feel it, you see what I'm talking about? Or the Epstein thing won't matter when they find out whoever's on there and they find out they boys on there because racism trumps everything that else, even pedophilia, stuff like that. When I say stuff like that, y'all be like, damn. But then he's right? Or, I'm going to say that in another video. Some other stuff. But it's little profound things that are the truth, right? This was going to be the truth without talking to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, even though Jarrell Miller said Deontay Wilder said he don't want the fight because I talk too much smack and stuff like that. That kind of stuff like Canelo Alvarez would say. Hey, man, he's not respecting me, so I'm not going to fight him. And we in boxing, we don't agree with that. If Deontay Wilder's saying that too, well, I ain't agreeing with that. You're supposed to talk smack to a fighter. I don't agree with that if Deontay Wilder was saying that. But here's what I think is really going down. Check it out. Now, without saying nothing, you're going to hear this a week or two later when they start talking to him. Deontay Wilder knows all the people who've been doping in boxing. He's been knowing it for the longest. He's skinny, little, smaller than all these dudes who are cheating. And he beat some of them up who were cheating, right? He ain't told on none of these fools, right? He just knows that they doing it. He could give up some information, but he ain't. He treating them like the Epstein files. He's letting these guys get away with it, but he knows. Now, Jarrell Miller's 300 damn pounds. This is why I don't roll with Jarrell Miller. I don't roll with no dopers, but Jarrell Miller, you 300 pounds, like Tyson Fury. You 270 pounds, are taller than everybody. You dudes are cheating. Got everything in your damn systems, and you bigger than everybody on top of it. Get the hell out of my face. I ain't talking to you. See what I'm saying? That's what this is about. It's about, you dope let me go. You dope too much, right? You dope too much. And that's why you're out here talking all this smack anyway, because you're probably on some damn dope. You're acting like Ryan Garcia all the damn time. Obviously on dope. I ain't got no time. You don't come talking to me. That's what that's about. Trust me. It's about dope. It ain't about nothing else. It's about doping. And that's the point with Jarrell Miller. You've been doped too many damn times. You've been doped too all the time. When you got caught, it was too much in your system, and you're damn stupid dope. I ain't even listening to you. You're not on my radar at all. To be 300 pounds and doping is like, for me, the same thing as Tyson Fury. You're 6'9", 270, and doping. Shut the hell up. You obviously don't think you're that good. That's what that is. That's what that's about. Trust me. Watch when it comes out. That's what it's about. It just hit me immediately. I'm just saying, I know that it looks bad if he's saying you didn't take the fight, and I would rather Deontay Wilder be on the Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez undercard. Yes, I would. But that doping stuff, it prioritizes. It supersedes that. Straight the hell up. And that's what it's about. Now, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua need each other more than ever right now. That's the fight to have. Period. The one that loses, if it's not a rematch, the one that loses retires or goes into obscurity. Simple as that. Right? You both ain't nobody think y'all top 10 heavyweights no more. And it's a high profile fight. And even though it's not for no championships or nothing, it's still pay-per-view worthy. Damn, Dillian White, no, shoot, Dillian White and Moses Utamo about to be pay-per-view. Great Britain, Derek Chisora with 13 losses be on pay-per-view. So it's, if you get Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder still pay-per-view. And it would be a huge event. They didn't need each other more than ever to get their profile up. And, the fights that are out there with anybody, you mess around and fight somebody, and you're going to probably get beat. And Anthony Joshua, go in here with Jake Paul with that chin that's been hit a couple of times, mess around and get rocked by Jake Paul. Don't want that to happen. Getting rocked by Deontay Wilder is nothing. Deontay Wilder getting stopped by Anthony Joshua was nothing. No, you know what I'm saying? So people are going out there thinking both of y'all used to be the bomb. We both love y'all. Your fan bases love them regardless. We ride with them till the wheels fall off. Anthony Joshua fans ride with Anthony Joshua till the wheel falls off. One of my favorite uploaders who I agree with 85% of stuff is still saying Anthony Joshua fought everybody and he done a lot for boxing because he was fighting everybody. And I'm like, damn, I agree with you most of the time, but damn, you going to fight Povetkin on September when you just told Deontay Wilder you can't fight in September? We can't, we can't fight. We can't get Wembley free and then fight Povetkin on the same damn day that you said you couldn't fight him? Okay, well, whatever. But okay, people ride with him till the wheels fall off. Right? I ride with Wilder till the wheel falls off. That's how that works. And what did we start this video talking about? Are the fan bases for these two guys are loyal to these guys. They have reasons to be loyal to these two guys. They've both done some things for boxing. Let them go on fight. This is a fight. We don't want this to turn into be a Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis fight or what if fight and stuff like that. Let it go on happen, even if it's late in their careers. It's both late. There's no excuses for neither one of the guys. This is the one to have, and the time is now. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm about to hear y'all.